it's Jenny from Homestead Corner. Today I thought we'd talk a little bit about saving money. So with this coronavirus and everything slowing down, the economy is really taking a beating on this. People are having it harder and harder, and it's really important to be able to save money where you can so you can allocate it to other areas. Maybe you can save some for later on. And even on the smallest budget, there are still areas that you can save in. And my husband and I have a pretty small income for the size of our family. Most people can't believe what little income we can live on because we are very particular about the way our money is spent and where it goes to. And that way we can still have a good quality of life, and we don't need to make a ton of money and spend all our time working. We don't have to have 3 jobs. We're willing to have less money and not work a bazillion jobs and spend all our time away from home for money. So one of the first things that we do to save money is we do not buy coffees when we go out. We don't stop at Starbucks or any of those places to buy coffee. Those places are so expensive. And you know, when I used to work outside of the home, and I am totally guilty, I would spend, no problem, once, maybe twice a day, I'd spend $5 on a coffee, and I never thought about it, and that's a lot of money. Even one $5 coffee a day, 5 days a week, is $1,300 a year in coffee. So if you buy a travel mug and take your coffee to work with you, you could spend $50 on a fancy special made travel mug and you're still saving scads of money because coffee is so inexpensive at home. So definitely that is one of the ways that we save money, is not buying coffees when we're out. We take a drink from home and we don't buy any coffees when we go. Number 2, we don't eat out. We very rarely go out to dinner. We have a family of 6, so a dinner out is easily, on a cheap side, $75. And that's if we go somewhere cheap. So we don't eat out very often. We eat at home, we eat what we have, and we try to make a meal plan to try and make things work out so we don't have to make tons of trips. Meal plans are a great way to save money. If you do any meal planning, and it doesn't have to be difficult or some crazy drawn out process. I've seen all kinds of charts and graphs and craziness for meal planning, and literally I just write down, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right through the week. I do 2 weeks at a time, and what do we have in the house? What's on sale? What are we going to be buying? And I go ahead and make my meal plan from that. So I know exactly, we may not eat hot dogs on Tuesday and we may not have pizza on Friday, but it's on the list and it will be in that 2-week rotation of food. So that is another way that we save tons of money. Number 3, we eat foods that are in season. When foods are in season, a lot of times they are so much cheaper to get fresh foods at your local farm stands and stuff like that. You can get them so much cheaper in season. They're better for you when you get them fresh than if you go to the grocery store in the middle of corn season. Corn on the cob is 5 for $1. And then a couple months later, you're paying $1 a cob for corn. So we don't eat it when it's $1 a cob. We eat what's on sale and what's in season. And that is a great way to save money also. And you still get all those fresh fruits and vegetables and things that you like to have in your diet. And number 4, we buy in bulk. We set up a plan a long time ago to buy in bulk. And that way, when I'll buy 20 pounds of meat when it's on sale, so then I don't have to buy it for a long time. And like today we were out, and I'll put the receipt up here when I get done, but today we were out and we noticed these number 10 cans were on sale for $1.50 a can. I mean, these are like $7 normally. So we got 4 number 10 cans for $1.50 each. And this was such a good deal. We got a corn, sliced potatoes down there, and I grabbed 2 of these green beans. I love green bean casserole, so those won't go to waste. And these are great because if you can't eat them all at once, you can break these down and recan them. You could always do that in your own canning jars, or you can break it down into meal sizes and freeze it, and they're still good. So that's something that we do, is if we find it on sale, we will buy as much as we can of it. So they only had 1 can of corn and they only had 1 can of potatoes. So that's all I could get. And then I just grabbed 2 of the green beans, and they had a bunch of other kinds of green beans, but I didn't like that kind, so I didn't buy those. I just bought the ones that we like. So buying in bulk is really a great way to save. And checking out those sale flyers at the grocery store, you always want to check those sale flyers. Meat is just rising and rising, but every now and then you'll see some little glimmer of hope in the flyer. Like I found beef roast this week was on sale for $1.79 a pound. So guess what I'll be canning up this week and getting in the freezer. And when you buy in bulk, you don't have to spend all your grocery money every time. So when I go to the grocery store, I may have a $300 budget for the grocery store, but I might only spend $75 because that's what's on sale, or those are the items that we have to have right now. So that's another way. So you've got that money set aside, and when the sale comes, then you have that money to stick on bulk items, and you can buy extra of it. And in the long run, it just snowballs, and you just keep saving and saving from it. And then you've got an extra lump in your grocery budget, and you can pull that out for something else, to put on a bill or to put into savings or whatever you want to do with that. Number 5, we try to run all our errands at the same time. So if we have to go to the doctor's, we have a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment, I try to schedule them as close together as possible. And while we're there, we will also hit the grocery store, we might hit the thrift store, we might go to the dump on the way there, we might drop off something somewhere. We try to do all those errands at once and save trips. So instead of going out, I've got 7 things I have to get done this week. Instead of going out 7 times, I will try to do them all in one trip while I'm out. And it really saves a lot of gas and mileage on your vehicle, which we find extremely helpful. So sometimes, I know a lot of people when they're older, they enjoy going out and they get to see other people, especially if they live alone. And that is definitely a different story. But when you're trying to save on gas money and wear and tear on your vehicle and things like that, it's doing those multi-trips all together really adds up to pretty good savings. Okay, number 6, we shop at the thrift store whenever we can. We try not to buy too many new clothes. We try to buy pre-owned clothes that are still in good to new condition. I don't buy anything stained or ripped or anything like that, but I have found stuff, lots of stuff at the thrift store, brand new with the tags on it, for just pennies on the dollar. So the thrift store is a great way to save. And they have some really nice items, and you bring them home and you clean them up anyway. So I think the thrift store is a wonderful way to go. I mean, we still buy some items brand new, shoes, socks, undies, things like that. We buy brand new, but there are a lot of things at the thrift store, jackets, things like that, snow clothes, jeans, those things. You can find them in super good condition for just a few dollars, and really nice brand stuff too. So the thrift store has been a godsend. And hand-me-downs. We love hand-me-downs. Okay, number 7. We do not own a ton of shoes. I don't have a shoe closet. I don't even have 10 pair of shoes. I guess, I don't know, a lot of people, I remember my friends having scads and scads of shoes and heels and dress shoes and every color, and we don't have any of that. I literally have a pair of sandals, a pair of slippers, some sneakers, and a pair of boots. And that is all I have. I don't have anything fancy. My sandals, they're cute, you know, but, and I don't know, I probably save a lot of money by, I hate shoes, so I don't wear them very often. So they last for a really long time. But shoes are another thing. We don't spend money on that. We just, we buy decent shoes, good quality shoes, but we don't buy lots of them. We only have a couple of pairs each, and that's it. Number 8, we do not have cable TV. I know this is a big one for a lot of people, and a lot of people have to have all the news stations and all the cartoon stations and all that stuff. We don't have any of that. We literally have the internet. We literally just have the internet. We have the mid-grain internet. We had the lowest, but it just isn't quite fast enough with all of the streaming. So we just have like the mid-grade, $50 a month for internet, and then we have Amazon Prime, and that is all we have for TV. We can find stuff online, we can watch things on YouTube, we can watch tons of stuff on Amazon, you can get the news and stuff. So they're really, all that cable, I mean, we used to spend hundreds of dollars a month on cable, and now we spend under $75 a month, and that is enough for TV for us. And I don't even watch the TV, but everybody else likes it. So we do have it. And number 9, follow a budget. That is another big kicker for us. When we were younger, we did not follow a budget, and we made really good money and just blew it all over the place. But following a budget is just so good. If you have got everything in order, you know about what your lights are, you know all of your bills mostly, you know, if you set that money aside, then the money is there when the bill comes, and you're able to give yourself a set amount of spending money and a set amount of savings money. And even if it's just a tiny bit, you know, over time, you can shift money around. When you pay a credit card off, that money can go towards another bill to pay off, or it can go towards savings or something like that. And it really adds up. And even if it's not a lot of money, a budget really makes a difference. On sticking to the budget, you can really buckle down and save so much money and put it away. If you save all your receipts for a month, if you're not on a budget, save every receipt for a month, and you'll be surprised where your money goes. You'll be like, oh my God, I spent that much money on eating out, or I spent that much money on coffees, or, you know, treats or whatever. It's really amazing where that money goes. But when you stick to a budget, you know how much money you have and where that money's gonna go. And, you know, our spended money, I might not spend all of my spending money this month. So next month, I might add it to what I have, and maybe we can all go out for an ice cream or something. And when you got 6 people, ice cream isn't even cheap. And number 10 is we only use credit cards when we absolutely have to. And we try to pay them off every single month. When you keep paying, when you charge up those credit cards and you're making monthly payments, the minimum payment, you are going to be paying forever. And you really, it's all going to interest. And if you just pop those credit cards, pop all your extra money on there for a little while and get them paid down, then you're not spending all that money in interest. And when you pay your credit card off every month, you're not paying any interest. And I know that's hard. Sometimes something comes up, like you have to buy a new washing machine. And you know, a lot of people don't have $800 sitting around for a new washing machine. And you stick it on a credit card, but when those emergencies happen and you have to do that, putting all of your extra money on there and paying that off as fast as possible, you're going to save the most money in interest that way. We have saved tons of money by just paying that stuff down. And you know, maybe we didn't go out to a movie at all one year. We actually have had years that we didn't go out at all. But we were able to save money and put it towards bills to pay those down, so we have a little bit of extra spending money, and then we have more money for savings or whatever that is. There are tons of ways out there to save money, and I would love if all of you, if you have other tips and things that you save money on, let us know in the comments down below. These are just 10 of the things that we do, but I know there are tons of ways to save money out there, and if you can share how you save money, it might be really helpful to someone else, and I think that is so wonderful when we can help each other. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.